Hello, my beautiful souls, and welcome to today's tarot card reading. Today's reading is going to be about it's a career reading, what you need to know about your career. The title is Be the Creator Career Reading. So, before we hop right into the pile selection, I want to let you guys know the different ways you can help with your channel. The biggest way is by subscribing, also checking out. I do sell personal readings, and if you're interested. Also, today's reading is going to be a little bit shorter than average. I've been getting a lot of personal readings, so I've been filming a lot today. So today's reading, just so I don't burn myself out, is going to be a little bit shorter. I'm trying to stay consistent and doing it every other day, so this is how I have to do it for now. But yeah, so today's pile selection, we have the 3 cards here. We also have the images that correlate. So pile 1 is the card of growth. So if this card catches your eye, please pick it, as well as your image is of a girl. She's got really big, luscious lips. She's got a little tiny red nose. She has green eyes. She has green hair. Everything's green. The color green could be significant, especially if we're doing a career reading, so that makes sense. You could be an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. She's got earrings in her ears. There's a lot of hearts everywhere. It's giving very it's like an artwork. It's like a sketch. You could be an artist. You could be an animator, something to do with art. And she looks like she has like makeup or something on the bottom of the page. There's little smiley faces. It's really giving a little sketch you would see from a girl who in her notebook or something during school. So it's a really amazing drawing too, by the way. So yeah, if that resonates with you, please pick pile 1. For pile 2, we have the self-love card. I also got a message right when I said self-love, so there could be something significant about that. We have I am smart enough, I'm successful enough, I am pretty enough, I am talented enough, I'm good enough, I'm beautiful, I'm thoughtful enough. And your image is of a girl who looks like she takes a lot of care to her beauty. She has really wavy, maybe wolf cut hair. She's got really wavy hair, curly. She has bangs. She's beautiful long hair. She looks like she may do fashion or something. There could be something about fashion. She's got blush. She has a lot of red, a red tint to her face. She's very pale too. She's got long nails, beautiful earrings. Interesting, she wears interesting accessories, not what you would typically see. It's she stands out. Her eyes are green. She's got a little heart on her chest, and she looks like she's wearing a corset or a dress that has a lot of fabric at the ends of it. It's really giving fashion, fashionista, fashion icon. And she's got little freckles, drawn on freckles, birthmarks. So if that resonates with you, pile 2, please pick pile 2. For pile 3, we have granted wishes. It is a, oh my God, what are these called? Oh my God. Wish blowers, or what are they called? You blow them out and you say a wish and they create more weeds. Forgot what those are called. Somebody help me in the comments. But it's your message is granted wishes and destiny, one way or another. So if these 2 images call to you in some way, please pick pile 3. And your image is of a girl who has cat eyes, or it could be some descent of Asian. She also has really short hair, jet. I didn't even mean to say jet, but it could be jet black. I meant to say really sharp edges at her hair. It's really intense, very intimidating. She's dominant. She's got a really small neck. She has a turtleneck on. She's wearing green. She has interesting jewelry. She has blue hair, interesting. There's yellow tints of highlights in her hair. You could have really interesting hair color, or there could be maybe you have highlights. This could also be maybe there's a lot of light shining on your hair. Maybe your hair is very silky smooth, soft, oily. She has really long lashes. She has beautiful plumped lips. She's kind of got like a smolder, you know what I mean? Like she's not really smiling, but she looks very attractive. And yeah, she's got like a little border. She also looks like a sketch that's drawn by an amazing artist. So, also, by the way, if any of you guys know the artists to these artworks, please feel free to let me know so I could link them and make sure to credit them in the bio. It was hard for me to find who created this artwork. So I'm sure that Gregory is the name for the third one because it's written behind her. But for the other ones, I didn't really, couldn't find it. So anyways, let's hop into pile 1. Hello, my beautiful pile 1s. Welcome to your reading. I just want to let you guys know I do sell personal readings if you're interested. Other than that, though, I'm going to hop into your reading. So this is your image. This is the image that you selected for your pile. The card you selected. Let's see what else we got. I split this deck in half, and we're just going to pull everything that's on top. So we have House of Social Status. We have the Moon in reverse. I'm having like OCD right now. Just trying to want the cards to be perfect. Wow, we got Rebirth. We got Luck. Luck is on your side. That's a really good sign. We got Positive. So this means that this reading is going to be very positive reading. We got Creator. The title of this video is going to Be the Creator. So the fact that this came out, wow. Pile 1. We have Health in reverse. We got Culture for Rebirth. And then we got Luck with the Sun. You know what? I'll take it in reverse. Okay. I hate when I'm having like dark cards, but because like the camera always seems to make him look like shit. It's really frustrating. Okay. Sorry. Maybe you have like perfectionism OCD because I'm like really tripping out about these cards, and it's kind of like maybe it has something to do with this reading. How is that how is that reflecting off of the blinds? What the hell is happening? What the hell? Okay. So, there's like no fucking light in the... I should have made these matte. All right. So what I'm getting for you, pile 1, is first off, a lot of growth is coming your way. You are destined and you are expected to have a lot of growth when it comes to your social status. That could be your popularity. That could be literally Instagram. That could be like working on Instagram, working on some sort of social media platform. You could be expected to be getting a lot of growth in the near future. Maybe you are a creator. Maybe you are a YouTube creator. Maybe you are some sort of creator that is online and you are expected to be getting a lot of positive growth. You are at the point where things are just about to take off. So keep going. Don't give up. You are literally on the verge of greatness. And I'm so excited. Like, luck is literally on your side. We have the moon in reverse and health. So the thing is, you could be working really hard towards these things. And like, you're really grinding towards these things. And it might be taking a bit of a toll on your health and your emotions. And a bit of advice would be to try to find a balance between taking care of yourself and the grind. You know, making a really great schedule where you schedule in breaks for yourself. Make sure like you work 2 hours a day, and then you take a long break, like an hour break, and then you work 2 more hours in the day. Or switch it up, make it interesting, make your schedule like a fun play on like one day we do this, the next day we do another thing. So it's constantly fun and it's achievable for you. So yeah, and prioritize your health and your mental health. Those could be 2 things that need to come first before we grind. I think grinding, like this growth, you're working really hard towards this. You want to make it sustainable. You got to make sure that you can maintain this for a long time, because it's about the long term, not about the short term. We don't want to burn ourselves out. We don't want to lose ourselves and create something we're not able to sustain. With the rebirth and culture, I'm not really sure what this culture card is, so I'm going to put a card over it. We have culture and time. Okay. I think you are changing. This rebirth is like just showing you are growing into this phoenix. Like you are straight up purging. Like you're purging whatever isn't like serving you, and you're turning into this like great light. Everything is working out for you. Everything's working in your favor. You are growing exponentially to this beautiful phoenix. And the culture and time here is really making me think of like, you are creating within time a cultural, like you're making some sort of impact on your culture, your community, or you're making a cultural difference. Like there's some sort of impact you are adding to today's culture that's going to be the new wave of things. And it's going to be very impactful. And it's going to take time. I think also it's going to take time to build up your community. I think also the culture card here, don't let I think you could also be exploring new cultures and making a lot of change when it comes to you and experiencing new cultures. Maybe a lot of traveling, maybe a lot of like eating new people's like new cultures' foods, or just like getting to know, meeting new people, experiencing what it is that they experience. You could be traveling. It could be within time, and maybe even a short period of time. It could also just be, it will take time in order to overcome maybe some cultural limitations that you may have been dealing with. That could be something. What card is the 8 card in the tarot? Tarot card number 8. We got strength, so Leo. So someone could have a sun in Leo, or Leo could be significant, but I think you have the strength to pursue this and continue going down this path. You have the strength. I think the sun card is representing your persona, what it is, how people see you. It's like the light, the positivity, the joy. And people see you as someone who has a lot of luck on their side. Okay, let's see what other cards we can get. You know, it's so funny because Taurus is on the bottom of this. Jesus Christ. The moon went flying. So there could be something significant about your emotions, some maybe even illusions. Your ego. Maybe it could be a message that sometimes our egos make things harder than they have to be. So there could be something about like things are a lot easier than you think they are. So someone could have a moon in Taurus. I saw Taurus. So I'm gonna put this away. We have spirituality. I love the purple of that card. We have nature. We have ancestors. Wow, 2 trees next to each other. What are the odds? I think these are the only 2 cards we have trees on them. We have separation. We have healing. There could definitely be something about your family or your ancestors. We have the 8th house. What about the number 8? There's something significant about the number 8 with you, and that's about abundance. We have house of death, sex, transformation. You are going through a really big change, pile 1. I'm pretty sure it's like Mercury retrograde or some shit. That might be making a really big impact on you. Really big impact on you. In the next couple months. And it's going to be so fantastic. We have sensitivity. We have greed. We have Scorpio. And we have Earth. Okay, so what I'm getting with these cards is there's a couple messages. I think stepping into your spirituality, doing some meditation work, sitting in nature, spending some like balancing your time and spending some times in nature, taking some deep breaths, and know that it's not about race. It's not about running to the end of the race. It's about pacing yourself. It's about jogging to the end. You know what I mean? So you take little steps at a day, little steps at it at a time. Don't exert yourself. Don't overdo it in one day. It's about little steps at a time. And when we have this healthy balance to ourselves where we can create like a Zen, peaceful, like balance and bring tranquility to ourselves and learning how to cope with stress in a really healthy way, such as like meditation, sitting in nature, maybe even spending time with family or sitting in a tree that could be maybe significant. Maybe there's like a family tree of some sort or family. There's something about like a family like podium. I didn't even mean it. Some sort of family statue or family like maybe even a grave. There's something about like sitting there, sitting around it, and it brings like a sense of peace. That could be very specific for somebody. But I think you could definitely be prospering and you are destined to prosper, pile 1. Literally, there's so much money coming towards you. It's insane. A lot of abundance coming towards you. And it doesn't even matter. Like it's not like something that you need. It's just like, it's almost like you're reaping all these rewards of all the hard work that you've been putting in. There could be some sort of separation with a Scorpio. Maybe an ex-lover, a friend, whoever this Scorpio is, this could be anybody. Maybe you are having some sort of separation with them. You could be a Scorpio and having some sort of separation, and maybe it's leaving you feeling a little bit stubborn, holding grudges, or isolating yourself. That could be something that might be holding you back a little bit, and that could be something that maybe you're healing, and by healing this is going to push you even further towards your goals. There could be something about feeling a bit sensitive. Maybe a lot of things have been on your mind and it's kind of like everything is a little bit stressful. So you could be feeling a bit sensitive right now. And obviously what I hate is what people say sensitivity, like, oh, you're just being sensitive. Oh, blah, blah, blah. No, you are allowed to be sensitive. You are allowed to feel your emotions. You are allowed to communicate how you feel. You're valid in everything that you feel. And don't ever let anybody tell you otherwise. But there could be a sense of sensitivity when it comes to like maybe there's a sensitivity when it comes to um perceiving malintent when there may not be. That could be a message. With the Earth card here, the Earth card sometimes is a little bit confusing for me. So let me double check the meaning real quick. So the Earth card here, it says sensual, consistent, stable, grounded, dependent, solid, strength, stubborn, power, structure, enduring, capable, long lasting, nature, and providing. This is your stability here. You are growing a great sense of stability. You are this tree grounding themselves in the ground. You are creating this stability within yourself that you won't have any worries. You won't have to worry about anything. You don't have to worry about anything, Paiwan. Just keep going. That's all you got to focus on is just keep going. You know, this stability is being grounded so deep that you don't have to worry about you have nothing to worry about. You don't got to worry about a single thing. You're building this stability and you can rely on this. You can trust this. You can trust the strength of this tree. It's not going anywhere. A storm, not even a storm can take that mother trucker out. You is not going anywhere. You are stable in your ground. Your feet are buried in the ground. You're not going anywhere. Like, especially when it comes to your finances. There's nothing to worry about when it comes to your finances whatsoever. I think there could be a bit of a fear of coming off. I think you're going to get so much abundance, Paiwan, that you may fear that people may think you're greedy or that there's like some sort of jealousy coming your way or something. No. It's not first off, that's not your problem, even if there is. Second off, I don't believe in paranoia or feeding into that thing that everybody's out to get you or some BS like that. I don't think anybody's thinking that way, and I don't think you should be thinking that way either, because that's just going to hold you back from receiving your rewards that you are deserving of. You deserve all of this. You deserve all of this. So don't ever, take it in the negative way of like, oh, I don't deserve this, or no, you deserve it. And you've been deserving it. It's time to take your rewards. It's time to allow them in, and you're not greedy. You're not greedy. You worked hard for this. Okay, let's see what else we can get. I'm gonna pull these cards. You are ready. You're not being a puppet no longer. You're not somebody's puppet. You have power in making all your decisions and going forward in what you know is best for you. You may be receiving a lot of gifts now. Oh my God, look, luck. You have so much luck, Paiwan. You are lucky. People are going to see you as lucky, and they're going to be supporting of you and excited for you. There's going to be people literally going out of their way to give you gifts. We have protest. So you may be protesting or like making some sort of impact on this world culturally, making some sort of great change. That could be something. Let's get another card for the protest. Give me another card for, what do you mean by protest? What is this protest here for? There could definitely be something that you make an impact on this world, culturally. Memories. There could be some sort of reunion with somebody that maybe you've been protesting against. Maybe there's going to be some sort of big change and some sort of new adventure with this person. Maybe it's a family member. And you're not letting your fears or any irritations or, you know, negative beliefs get in your way of your goal. Look at this. This is you, pile one. Keep going. Okay, that is all I have for you, pile one. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a like, consider subscribing. Let me know how I did in the comments, and I'll see you in one of my next ones. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile twos. If you chose this card as well as this image, this will be your reading on what are some career messages that you may need to hear right now. So let's see what we get for you. We got cold heart. We got Cancer in reverse. We have, it says overshare, manipulation, hermit. We have nurturing. We have addictions. We have house of partnership. We have polyamorous. Okay, for some of you, this could actually mean polyamorous. For the rest of you, this could just be talking about like working in a team, working with multiple people, since we're talking about a career. We have surrounding space. Wow. That's crazy. We have Aries in upright, which says childlike, passionate, determined, and we have negative for addictions. Okay, pile two. So something about your career is, I think you may be stepping into a period of time where you're really working on your relationship with yourself, and it is adding so much to your career because you're making the right deals with people, you're prioritizing yourself, you're picking and choosing, you knowing when to walk away when things are not for you, and you're really being like selfish, you know what I mean? In a good way. You're prioritizing yourself, you're picking the deals you need, you are taking what is rightfully yours, and nobody is getting in your way. Nobody. There could be a sense of like, you're that bitch. Literally, you're that bitch. And it's like, you still come from a place of love. You still come from, you know, I understand you, I hear you, I appreciate you, I cherish you, I love you, but, you know, this is just not working for me. And you stick to your boundaries. You're having really healthy, like you are really delving into having amazing boundaries with people, setting healthy boundaries, really communicating what is on your mind. Even if it comes off a little bit mean, at least you're being honest and blunt and maybe, you know, just really expressing how it is you feel. And you're not trying to hurt people's feelings. You're just being honest in how it is you feel and, you know, how their actions are maybe making you feel. But it's like, you're not like, you are just being honest. And like, people sometimes can't handle honesty because, you know, they sometimes take things a little bit personally. But with you, it's like, people understand that's just who it is that you are. And like, they are somebody who's kind of like, at least I know this person is always going to be honest with me and tell me the very truth, even if it hurts my feelings, you know? I I think with the 7th house here, you could be doing a lot of self-reflection when it comes to teamwork. You could be signing a teamwork deal with somebody. You could be working as a team. You could be really stepping into leadership or a partnership role that's very significant for you in the next couple of months. You could definitely be really working in a group setting, working with a team, working with a second person. There's a lot of like teamwork coming at play, and I think that's really going to benefit you, pile two. Working together. It's what's that expression? Oh my god. Teamwork is the dream work. Teamwork is the dream work. It takes a team to make the dream work. You know what I mean? It's like teamwork to make the dream work. In order for the dream to work, we need a whole crap ton of people to help us get there. Because, you know, in this, we're very sociable creatures, and we run in a society that is filled with people, and that all the things that we do, it's like everybody plays like a role into getting something done. And if we can't expect ourselves to do all of everything at once on our own, we need help, you know? We need somebody to manage something. We need somebody to sell these things. We need somebody to like, let's say, create the things. You know, it's like we need a team. With the Cancer here, there could be two people that are coming out in this reading. Somebody who's a Cancer, somebody who's an Aries. You may only resonate with one of these people. You may resonate with both, but there could be some past people that are here. This could be some present people that are here. Maybe people that you work with, maybe people that you live with, because there's definitely something about like household, your surrounding space. Maybe there's somebody in your surrounding space that has maybe been draining your energy a little bit, or maybe you've been catering a lot of your time to trying to help them and nurture them, and what they're really doing is just draining your life force, and maybe prioritizing more of yourself instead. Like when you take away somebody's pain, you're taking away somebody's ability to learn for themselves. Sometimes you just have to let people, you know, hit the ground and hit rock bottom so that they can pick themselves up, because if they, you know, you take their ability away to learn by trying to help them. And sometimes we don't even help them, we just make it worse. So it's only to an extent of how much you could truly help a person. It's like, you know, obviously you help them the best way you know how, but don't let that get in the way of prioritizing yourself. You know, you give as much as you can give, but don't give overly or in a sense of like codependency where it's like you just sacrifice yourself for this person, or that you completely neglect yourself to help somebody else who's kind of like just in the role of the victim, you know? That could resonate for some of you. If it doesn't resonate, this could just be a whole nother message about taking better care of your surrounding spaces. Maybe cleaning up a little bit may help you, because when your room feels good or when your space is good and you feel good in your space, it adds so much more to your career. It adds so much more to feeling excited to do work, you know, is when you clean up your space, when you have your space just exciting to look at, you know what I mean? Like when it's like clean and there's your beautiful paintings and stuff, maybe even decorating your space, like doing some like spring cleaning, throwing some things out, and decorating, adding like a plant or something, or adding some different like things that just make you smile. Because when your surrounding is clean and reset, it's like it helps you focus more on your priorities. So we do have the Aries here. There could be a childlike sense of fun to you. You could be an Aries. There's also like this sense of like masculine and feminine. You could have a very good balance between the two. It's almost like a working mother. And we also giving like childlike, you could definitely have a really like fun sense of childlike fun. Maybe your child brings that out of you. You start to have like fun with your children. You make like cute little childlike things, like you're healing your inner child. There could also be a sense of being very passionate and determined towards your goals, um, and taking a lot of action towards them. There could also be a sense of addiction that could be potentially getting in the way. For example, codependency, like especially like what I was saying with these cards. It could be a sense of like addiction to alcohol, drugs, all those different things. Um, Maybe even the TV, maybe even to like YouTube friendly word, like me trying to express this in a YouTube friendly way, like sexy time, watch time. You catch my drift? Um, there could be unhealthy habits that are also taking away from your daily life. Um, it's like I say all the time, addictions are distractions. It's distracting you from your daily life. Maybe making your daily life a little bit easier for yourself could definitely help. Like, for example, making sure you schedule in those breaks, taking a lot of breaks, prioritizing your mental health and your physical health first, making sure you're getting enough rest, you're not burning yourself out. Those things can really help you from staying away from bad habits such as like addictions, because addictions are different ways of us coping from our daily lives that we're not happy with. So there could definitely be a big message about trying to make your daily life a little bit easier for yourself so that you can manage or you could actually enjoy daily life, you know? Um, for example, maybe making where it's like maximum we work 2 hours and then we take an hour break. We work another 2 hours, we take another hour break. It's about being consistent, not about quickly burning your light out. You know, it's about being consistent. It's about how long can you keep doing this for? And we need to do it in a way that is sustainable. That's how we get grounded. That's how we really build a good foundation for ourselves. So, you could also be like talking very quickly or maybe having a bit of anxiety because there is orange cards here. But know that everything will be okay. Take it day by day. You're only human. We are only human. You gotta take it day by day. And you gotta slow your roll. Slow it down. Take it day by day. One step at a time. We got like there's like an image that I saw on Instagram where it's like the guy who puts one brick at the house has a house at the end versus the person that tried building the house in one day. It's like you can't build the house in one day. And on top of it, not a single person could build a house all by themselves. It's got to be like a whole team of people that build a house. And it takes them like months. It takes them a while. So we got to set limitations to our human abilities. We're only human. We're only human. Okay? All right. Let's see what else we got here. We got Mars. Yeah, definitely a lot of like energy and a lot of like there could be addiction to social media. Mars is about like chaos and about like a lot of transformation and change coming in, so that could be significant to you. Mars is also the ruler of Aries, so Aries, a lot of success is coming to you, a lot of success. We got negative card here. Let's see what goes underneath that. We have House of Communication. We got alternate reality. This is making me think of different perspectives. Maybe you end up opening your eyes up to a different perspective and it brings in a lot of change into your life and a lot of good change. There could be something about needing to take a step back, looking at it from a new perspective, and it's going to bring in a lot of change for you. We have LGBTQ. There could be something, maybe you are a part of that. Maybe you know somebody who is like significant in this reading. There could be something about those two things and like social media and LGBTQ. Maybe ooh. What were the previous cards? There could be something about like being polyamorous, like maybe bi. Maybe somebody's bi, and there could be something about maybe being addicted to social media, or it could also be maybe that is something to embrace in your social medias, like really being who it is that you are. There could also be something about, let's see what card. What card was it? Oh, being cold-hearted. Maybe there's something about like being mean towards people on social media. That could be a really specific message for somebody. And maybe a message is like being nicer and kinder to others is always the best way. Sometimes we just project our insecurities, especially when it's because we're repressing them. So that could be something. Maybe you feel like you can't be yourself on social media. So this could be a message saying like to step into being who it is that you are, or stepping into feeling more comfortable of just being yourself, and yeah, something like that. We have illusions. We have Saturn. We have sixth house, health. Jesus. Sixth house, house of health. That's a fucking mouthful. There could be something about like stuttering or having difficulty communicating. There could also be potentially something with your health, maybe because you're not really taking good care of yourself. Your health could be getting in the way a little bit. So rest day is just as important as those work days. Resting is just as important as those work days. Let me see what Saturn says. Saturn. We got the other social planet. Saturn removes responsibilities, restrictions, limitations, boundaries, fears, and self-discipline. Negative. Okay, so you could be feeling like either a lot of responsibilities are on your shoulder, like I said, like the working mother. She's got like a lot to deal with, and maybe she's constantly overwhelmed. So you could be struggling with feeling overwhelmed, and maybe you really got to make it a little bit easier for yourself. Find ways where maybe you could hire like a nanny, or just make it easier for yourself. You don't have to make it so hard. You don't have to tackle all these things at once. It doesn't have to be this hard. It doesn't have to be this hard. You're only human. We have limitations as humans. And sometimes we just need to rot in bed and do nothing all day. Sometimes we need those rest days. There could be some restrictions that you may be setting yourself. There could be some negative thoughts, some limiting beliefs, like for example, like you're not good enough, or you're not doing enough, or you need to do more for some reason. Like those could be maybe some childhood traumas and stuff that people made you believe. But hey, none of that is true. You're only human. You're only human. You are already doing an amazing job. Everything you do is amazing. You could be again, we got that message the last time where it was like the oldest sister, oldest daughter, oldest child who felt like all the pressure was on them at a very young age. Listen, you were not supposed to be an adult at that time. And it sucks that maybe, you had to grow up so quick and you didn't even have the chance to really be a child. But it's like, listen, embrace that child. Bring that child back. Bring that child back. Allow that child back in to take rests. Take a break. And just yeah, there could definitely be some limiting beliefs that could be potentially getting in the way of your success. You could definitely be overwhelming yourself, maybe burning yourself out a bit, or maybe being a little bit hard on yourself, love. All right, let's see what else we got. We got Jupiter, make most Jupiter. Jupiter. Wait, what was it? What was the saying? Girls drink Pepsi to get more sexy. Boys drink water to get more shorter. Girls go to. Girls go to Mars to get more stars. Boys go to Jupiter to get more Jupiter. We got communication. We got childhood trauma. We got Leo. Didn't we literally say Leo? That might have actually been in a different reading. It says self-centered, suppression, non-understanding. And then it says in positive self-care, going out, passionate. We gotta turn that shit right side up. Oh. We got mental illness. Okay. So this got a little bit deep. Wow, okay. Wow, okay. Got isolation. We got mirroring. Wow, okay. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, we got authentic love. Why did I say it like that? What the hell? And we got Mercury on top of Jupiter. Okay, and then the other ones we have is brain power, architect, positive, stability, and butterfly effect. Know that your decisions and your actions do have consequences. And know that your unconscious mind keeps all these inside. So it's about releasing these. It's about doing the work. It's about healing ourselves. Unreleasing and releasing our unconscious mind. We have the brain power. We have the ability to heal ourselves. And it's up to us to heal ourselves. And trust me when I say healing ourselves is not about that you are not, good enough now. You are good enough. You are amazing now. It's mental health and healing is about realizing that you are amazing now and that you are worthy and that you are worthy of love and that you can love yourself and you should love yourself, And that only adds to our relationships. That only adds to our careers. That only adds to everything, every aspect of our lives. That's why healing is so important. That's why therapy is so important. That's why going to work through mental health and childhood traumas is so important. So this is what I got to say, pile 2. For some of you, there could be an element of mental illness that could be holding you back in life, specifically people pleasing. And it could have been because you had to walk on eggshells when you were a child. Maybe you were screamed at, yelled at. Maybe you dealt with somebody who was mentally ill as a child. And it was slowly but surely you developed into that person because you didn't find or you weren't able or you didn't have access to see anything otherwise or to see any other examples otherwise and learn how to love people in a different way. So there's a lot of mirroring going on. This could also be knowing that relationships are a mirror. You attract the people that you are. And also, a lot of the time, the way we get angry at people, the way we get upset with people is because we are projecting something inside of us that we haven't quite worked out through. So, for example, a lot of the time, our children, our kids, if we have a child, the kid is just a walking mirror of us, And sometimes when people don't love themselves, they take it out on their child. It's because they see themselves in their child. And it's really about loving yourself so that you can love your child. That could be a specific message for someone in particular. If it doesn't resonate, don't take it. This could be in another way where maybe you are dealing with somebody who is struggling with mental health and you are trying to save them or people please them or rescue them. And trust me, if this person does not want to be rescued, they're not going to work towards it. Sometimes you just have to let people face face themselves, you know. You kind of just have to let go sometimes, accept them for who they are, and walk away. You can definitely want to help and people please and just really nurture somebody back to health, but trust me, they need to do it themselves. They need to do it themselves. They have to be willing to do the work themselves. And maybe that's by us trying to fix people is just us being just like them by refusing to let go. Just like how they're refusing to heal, in a way, we are also refusing to heal by continually trying to fix them. We have to learn when to walk away. The isolation here, you could be maybe isolating yourself a little bit due to maybe not being able to set healthy boundaries with people, or maybe giving yourself a little bit too much away to people, sacrificing again with this sacrificing yourself for others behavior where you're kind of just like, you're letting your body wither and you're not really taking care of yourself because you're constantly trying to take care of somebody else or take care of everything else. And it's kind of like, we need to drop everything, you know, ask for help, get people to help us. We can't do all of this on our own. We're only human. We got to start prioritizing ourselves a little bit. We got to take care of ourselves. And if you have a child, like, I totally understand, like, where you want to, it's kind of like you do put yourself aside for them. But like, just like how it says on the airplane, you know, where they're like, listen, I know you may want to put the face mask over your child first, but what's really important is you make sure that you do it first, because you may run out of oxygen before you even get the chance to put it on them. So you need to take care of yourself first so that you can take care of other people. Okay? That's not the main reason why we should be taking care of ourselves, because we should be taking care of ourselves because we are a priority as well, and that we do love ourselves. I think there's a lot of authentic love here. I think you genuinely are such a sweet, loving person. And communication can really go a long way. I think communicating your love could really go a long way, and really learning how to communicate, or teaching, like maybe, you know, studying up on better ways to communicate, and maybe even teaching other people on how you want to be communicated to. Doesn't mean that they have to. Again, make sure you choose wisely. But, you know, for example, if it's like a child, like, in order for the child to know how to communicate, you got to teach them. You may see a lot of people as children, and that could really add to the people-pleasing behavior. I think this could be something with your career, is you could be so focused on trying to help everyone else that you negate your own success, and that may get in the way a lot for you from your goals and your achievements and your dreams. So I think people-pleasing, recovering people-pleaser, I think you could be recovering. I think this is what's really the wall that is held up, that's keeping you from your dreams and your overwhelming amount of success you're going to have. All right, pile 2, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a like, consider subscribing. Oh, let me know how childhood trauma definitely went flinging out, so that could definitely be significant. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give the video a like, consider subscribing. Let me know how I did, and I'll see you in one of my next ones. Bye! Hello, my beautiful pile 3s. If you chose these 2 cards as well as this image, this is going to be your reading on what it is you need to know about your career. So we have speaking up. So speaking up, not being afraid to say what is on your mind, your opinions, your criticisms, you know, speak it loud and clear. We have House of Pleasures, like new ideas. You may be coming into a place of having great new ideas, and trying to figure out ways on how to manifest or create those into like a reality. Like you may have a really big dream about creating something and you're like, I'm not really sure how to go about it. So you're like in the process of like, how can I make this into a reality? We have balance here. There could be a balance between quality and quantity that might be coming out, because like quality ideas is when you have that big bright light, but it's like sometimes it takes a long time in order for us to create it. So it's kind of like we need to have that balance of quality and quantity. So that could be something. This could also just be talking about the house of pleasure is like your ideas, your creations, your inspirations, your motivations. It's like you want to create for you. You are the creator and you want to create to freely express yourself. That could be your way of really expressing yourself. And there's a balance between freely expressing yourself, but also creating things that where you receive like attention from. There's almost like it's like a balance of like, yeah, you want to create what makes you happy, but also if that's something like being like creating, you want to make something that also adds or that other people can jump on as well, if that makes sense. Like you need to find, or you're finding, there's like a balance between them and you. What receives likes and what it is you want to create. There's like a balance. That could be something. What I really want to say is just create whatever makes you happy and you'll find the right people when the time comes. But yeah, oh my God, that's crazy. Something about validation, seeking, there could be something about maybe worrying about how people like your stuff, maybe getting in the way of your success. So you're not like posting, you may not be posting, instead, ignore what I said. This could be a message about, instead of like shining bright and just creating anything and all the different crazy ideas you have, instead of doing that, you're just creating in order to get validation from people. To like, you're only creating what you think people will like. And it's kind of like, don't ever hide any aspect of yourself away. Create everything. Trust me, throw everything at the wall. Something's gonna stick. And you will find those people that like your creations or like your specific creations, and then others will like the other ones you offer. You will find your people. Oh wait, why am I shuffling? Like I'm not already flipping. We got House of Possessions. We got second house, fifth house. There could be something about 25. We have Pluto. We have negative. We have deception. Okay, so let me look at what the Pluto says. So Pluto says, in each sign for up to 30 years, meaning it rules a generation more than a person. It rules power, intensity, obsession, and control. Okay, so there could be a message that maybe being a little bit controlling on what it is you create might be holding you back a bit. So for example, if you work with like a team, or if somebody else is trying to add to your creative endeavor, sometimes letting things in can actually do you a lot more good than harm. I gave an example like this pretty recently, but like if you ever watched Ghosts, Watcher on YouTube, it's like the two opposites attract. The guy named Shane and then Ryan. Ryan's very like particular. He's got like OCD. He's got like things how he wants it in an order, and he's kind of like a little bit controlling on what, like, how he wants it done, which is totally cool because he adds to the element of like things really being done in a proper way and like organized way. But what Shane adds to it is the sense of the opposite of that. He adds this sense of, you know, goofiness, playfulness, jokes, and like the fun element of just like letting loose and letting things come naturally and letting in maybe even a little bit of flaws where the camera's a little messed up or like different things that add to it. And it makes a great balance. So that could be something. There could also be a sense of maybe you're not speaking up enough about what it is that you want or what it is that what you're looking for or what you're hoping for, or someone could be dominating a bit of your own path. And maybe there needs to be a sense of boundaries when it comes to workplace, or adding or like speaking up a little bit about what you want to add or what you want to bring to this artistic creation. It makes me think of like, you could be like an artist, you could be somebody who is, I just thought of like an art competition show where like there's always like this time where there's teamwork and there's two people working together, and then there's just one person that takes over the whole show, takes over the whole art thing. And they're kind of like, listen, hey, can you not, like, we need to work on this together. And then you know who ends up getting sent home? The person who didn't even work on the project. It's like, it takes two to tango. We got to work together. How can we compromise? How can we work together? That's how we're going to make it to number one. I'm not trying to go home. I'm not trying to get sent home, you know? So we have destiny one way or another. And we have the negative card. Destiny. Okay, so I think you are definitely destined for greatness. I think there's a lot of great things coming your way. I think, though, what you don't want, and I think this is what it's trying to say, is this is in your control. You got to take control, take reins on your destiny, okay? You have free will to decide where it is you want to go, so take action. What you don't want is for things to just be passing you up and you expect that it's like, oh, the universe will take over. It's like, no, the universe is providing you these things, but you need to accept them and take action. You have free will, you know? Like, it's almost like that story with Will Ferrell. No, not Will Ferrell. Will Smith and his son in that one movie where they're like struggling, and they talk about the story about how the guy is like in the water drowning, and he's like, a boat comes by and he's like, oh, don't worry, like the guy's like, hey, like the boat here, jump on the boat, like I could help you. And the guy's like, no, like in drowning in the water, he's like, no, God will help me, the universe will help me. And then he's like, okay, he leaves him. Then two other people, like one after the other, he says the same thing to them, being like, oh no, the universe is gonna help me. And then he ends up passing away. He goes to heaven. He's like, God, why didn't you help me? And then God's like, I sent you 3 boats. It's like, okay, the opportunities are being handed. We just gotta take action. We gotta say yes. We gotta allow these opportunities in. We gotta take control of our lives. Okay, with the deception here, I think that could just definitely be playing a part to what I was saying. It's kind of like an illusion of saying, like, thinking that it's out of your control. And I think there's a lot of wishes being granted to you that you may not, like these opportunities that are coming your way that may be kind of being left in the dust that could really add to your progress and your expansion. So keep an eye out for that. But other than that, though, I think you are definitely a creator. It's time for you to shine, pile 3. It's seriously time for you to shine. It's time for you to step up and step into that leader position. We got book smart. We got spirit guides. I think there's a lot of signs and symbols showing you. We have family and home. You could be manifesting a new home. You could be maybe even manifesting a new family, a new lover that's going to add to this future abundance that's coming your way. We have a lot of spirit guides watching over you. There could be a lot of people cheering you on from the sidelines. We have Aquarius, passionate. Whoa. Passionate, passion. If I had my bell, I'd ring it. Passionate, good tuning, friendly. You could be an Aquarius. Someone could be an Aquarius. I think you're very friendly. I think you're very passionate. I think you're good at like tuning to people's emotions and kind of being like, not trying to hurt people's feelings, but it's like, okay, in order for us to step into the leadership role, sometimes we gotta be, sometimes we gotta be a little bit, sometimes we're gonna hurt people's feelings. We gotta like be ourselves. We gotta allow ourselves the space to be ourselves. We gotta step up. Step up. We gotta take action and create that art. Wow, look at this beautiful colors next to each other. I wish the camera would capture it, but it is so beautiful. I love the colors. Wow, you could really be an artist. You could definitely be an artist. You could use complementary colors like this, warm orange and a beautiful blue. We have monogamous. Okay, so you could definitely be manifesting a new lover, new family, a beautiful, rich, wonderful, massive, big home. We got Pisces here. It's in reverse, so it says people pleasing. We got to cut that people pleasing shit out. No more people pleasing. We got to recover and continue on, because people pleasing is not going to get us anywhere. It's only going to allow others to take advantage of us. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, listen, if we set it up for them to take it, they're going to take it. You know? Like, human beings are naturally kind of selfish. So if you offer it to them, they're going to be like, yeah, you're offering it in a nice way. You know, like they're like, yeah, sure, I'll take it. It's time to not do that anymore. Unless you have the cup filled, right? Unless you have the ability to and be like, okay, I have enough for myself first, so I could give you a little bit. And I do it out of love, not out of manipulation. And you prioritize yourself. It's time to prioritize yourself. It's time to prioritize your dreams. It's time to, maybe for some of you, start your own business. Step into that leadership role. Start working for yourself. You could be putting a lot of work into somebody else's business. Marriage could definitely be coming your way. Maybe somebody specific that maybe reads books. You could be very book smart, or they could be very book smart. Maybe that's something in particular is they're very smart. You could be marrying someone very smart. Okay, let's see what else we got. We have Gemini. So understanding communicative friendships. We have fertility. So there could be great friendships that come your way. For some of you, maybe even a child, or rebirthing something new, rebirthing or birthing a new idea, a new creation, right? We're the creators. There could be a sense of insecurity, maybe about your artwork. There could be something about maybe what it is that you create. Maybe you feel like it's not good enough. Listen, nothing we do the first time is going to be like out of this world. But we have to start somewhere. And it's about starting. It doesn't matter whether it's bad or not. It doesn't matter. Every single person, some people, even when you first start, some people could still view it and be like, wow, that shit was amazing. Even when they first started. And for us, we may be like, oh wow, that's like the worst work I've ever did. Because we're like kind of hard on ourselves. And it's kind of like, listen, there's only way up from here. You're only going to go up from here. The only thing that actually mattered was that you started. That you actually gave it a chance and you started. Because once you start, you'll look back at this moment in time from all the times you've continued, and you'd be like, thank God I started sooner. Or thank God I started at that time when I did. We have House of Philosophy. You may be working a lot towards philosophy. We have Neptune. Wow, you have a lot of like blue planets. These planets could be very significant. We have thoughts. There could be a lot of thoughts that maybe could be confusing you or leading you astray. Like, for example, negative thoughts, thoughts that aren't yours. What would be good is to release those negative thoughts. So put those thoughts on trial, write them down, be like, hey, is this true? Or is this just a delusion that I learned from somebody else who project their own insecurities onto me? But it wasn't actually true. Is it how you actually feel about yourself, or is it something that somebody else told you and it was in reality their thought of themselves? So you just send it back to their sender. You rip it out of your head, send it back to your sender. We have domineering. There could be, okay, so for some of you, it could be that maybe you're not taking control. And then for others of you, there could be a sense of being very controlling of how things need to be done. Like maybe even to the point of like obsessing over like OCD, and it needs to be perfect. It's like, listen, things don't have to be perfect. Do you see half of the, like, look at the Apple phone when it was first made. That shit was garbage. But at the time, it was fucking fantastic. But at the time, people saw it as like the most amazing thing in the world. But now we look back at the phones we have now and they're 10 times better. Sometimes you just have to release something that may not be up to your standard. We have paranoia. So yeah, there could definitely be a lot of negative thoughts and a lot of restrictions that are holding you back from creating, or that are holding you back from creating your artwork, or that could be holding you back from putting your artwork out into the open. It's like the raccoon. You know that, have you ever read the description for the raccoon of the wild unknown? It's like somebody who's afraid to put themselves out there, so they put themselves as an unknown alias online because they're afraid of like putting themselves online and being vulnerable, and being so vulnerable online, allowing criticisms and people. Nobody's fucking comment matters. Do you know how many negative comments I get a day? Do you know how many negative comments I get a day? Did that stop me? No. So it shouldn't stop you either. Because guess what? Their comment doesn't fucking matter. It's just a reflection of them. Whatever they're trying to yell at me for is because they don't like themselves. It's what they don't like about themselves. Once it was one person told me that I yap too much. I was like, okay, whatever. Maybe I do, but I don't care. It's like, because I know in reality, your thought is that's how you feel about yourself. And that's why I triggered you. We got understanding, communicator, friendships. Okay, so this is what you're manifesting. This is who you are. A lot of friends, definitely. There's a lot of friends coming towards you. Maybe even someone who's a Sagittarius. We got deep wounds. Okay, so deep wounds could be the reason to why all of this is here. And you could definitely be overcoming these. And you could be creating some beautiful things. Some amazing, beautiful things that you are creating in the near future. Literally, it may even be tomorrow. You're going to be creating some amazing things. I hope this freaking hypes you the fuck up, because your artwork is amazing. Whatever it is that you are creating, you are amazing. Whatever it is that you do or want to do, you are amazing at it. Don't hide away your talents. Whoever told you to was because they were scared themselves. It could be in music. It could be you are creating some sort of symphony. You could be talented. We got geometric. Maybe there's something to do with math. We got patience. You could be getting a lot of patience towards this. We got Libra, justice, friendships. So many friendships. So many friendships are coming your way. You could be meeting a lot of, maybe putting yourself out there is what brings all this friendships in. We got a house of self, maybe really reflecting and looking at yourself and how you see yourself. Just know that the way you see yourself is not how other people see you. The way you see yourself is a lot of the time, like if we're really hard on ourselves, it's because our parents were hard on us. And you want to know why they're hard on us? Because their parents were really hard on them. And they're hard on themselves. So then that is why they're hard on us. We got to break the cycles. We got to forgive ourselves. We got to be gentle with ourselves. We got to give ourselves grace. Bro, I can't fucking speak, bro. We got Virgo. So it says judgmental, self-loathing, fake. What did I say about like really being hard on ourselves? We got religion. You are allowed to be who it is that you are. Embrace it. Give yourself the space to maybe trigger some people. You know, triggering people is only going to add to your life. You know why? Because triggering people is what invokes growth. And also, triggering people also invokes your own growth. We have spirituality, spiritual signs, and we have beauty. You are beautiful, inside and out, pile 3. You are amazing. You are beautiful. You are wonderful. You are good enough. Let me hype you the fuck up. You are creative. Everything you produce is fucking magic. Everything you make, everything you lay your hands on turns to gold. And don't forget that. Look, you should see the way I'm sitting on my chair. I'm sitting on my tippy toes, like squatting in my chair right now. Why? I don't know. Anyways, maybe this is how you sit. Maybe you sit really weird in the chair while you create things. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a like, consider subscribing. Let me know how I do in the comments, and I'll see you in one of my next ones. Bye!